Hello children, welcome again to our English class. So, in our previous class, we were reading a lesson. We were learning a story of a crazy emperor and his craze for new clothes. What was the lesson name? The lesson name, The Emperor's New Clothes. In our last class, we have seen that both the rogues have set out along with the master of wardrobes to the building where the looms are kept to show the cloth that they were weaving. Now what happens? Let us see. The master of wardrobes stood staring at the empty looms. He rubbed his eyes and saw again, lest he should be missing something, but the frames were empty. The master of wardrobes thought if he disclosed the truth, he would prove himself unwise and unworthy of high office. So he decided to pretend and praised the magnificent quality of the cloth. The master of wardrobes returned to the emperor's chamber. What is your report on the weaver's work? My master of wardrobes, said the emperor. Extraordinary, excellent, exclaimed the poor master. Never before have I seen such beautiful patterns, my lord. They are so artistically done. Now, what happened, said? The two rogues took the master of wardrobes. Now, they entered into the building. The master of wardrobes stood staring. Now, what is the meaning of stare? In our last poem, we have come across the word gaze. You remember? In the last poem, I cannot remember my mother. From that poem, we have come across the word gaze. Gaze means to look still and steadily at someone. Now, what is the meaning of stare? To make the eyes big and keep looking at something, either to annoy them or out of shock or surprise. Right? So, the master of wardrobes stood there staring at the empty looms. He was just staring. He rubbed his eyes and saw again, lest he should be missing something. So, am I missing something? That is what he thought. So, he rubbed his eyes and he stared at the loom. Why? Because the looms were empty. There was no cloth that was being weaved. The master of wardrobes thought if he disclosed the truth. What is the meaning of disclose? To reveal, to tell. Okay, so if he disclosed the truth, he would prove himself unwise and unworthy of high office. Now see, this condition made the master of wardrobes to keep his mouth shut. The master of wardrobes clearly knows that there is no cloth on the looms. There is nothing. The looms are empty. But he can't tell that the looms are empty. Why? If he tells that he sees nothing, then everybody, especially the emperor, may think that, oh, I thought our master of wardrobes is a wise man, so I gave him a high office. But this man is not able to see the cloth that is being weaved by the weavers. That means he is not capable of. He is not worthy. Worthy means capable of, deserving. So, emperor may take him out from his job. So what did he think, sir? What did he think? He thought that he will not disclose the truth to anybody. He'll keep his mouth shut. If he tells that he cannot see the cloth on the looms, he will become unworthy and unwise. You remember, sir, that was the condition the two rogues kept. They cautioned the emperor. Do you remember? Sir, Your Majesty, only people who are wise and worthy of a high office can see our cloth. That is what they told. Now, that is the reason why our master of wardrobes could not tell the truth to everybody. So he decided to pretend, act, and praised the magnificent quality of the cloth. There is no cloth at all, but he praised the magnificent, great virtues of the quality of the cloth. The master of wardrobes returned to the emperor's chamber. When he went to the emperor's chamber, the emperor asked, "What's your report on the weaver's work, my master of wardrobes?" Immediately the emperor asked, "What's the report?" "Oh, master of the wardrobes, you have been to the weavers. What is the report?" Then the master of wardrobes, what did he say, sir? "Extraordinary, excellent," exclaimed the poor master. Poor master. What did he say? Excellent, extraordinary. What a wonderful cloth they are weaving, Your Majesty. It's so amazing, it's so excellent, he said. Never before have I seen such beautiful patterns, such a wonderful designs. I have never seen before, my lord. They are so artistically done. Wonderful, exclaimed the emperor. I believe what you say. Because the master of wardrobes was an honest man, the emperor believed whatever he said. Thereafter, the emperor sent other officials to report the progress in the work. They all spoke high of the weavers, as they did not want to prove themselves unwise. In the meantime, many noblemen and ladies came to see the weavers working, but to their utter surprise, they noticed no cloth on the empty looms. So what happened, sir? Who was the first person to come and check? Master of wardrobes. Did he see the cloth? No. There was no cloth. But can he tell? No. If he tells, he'll become unworthy, he'll become unwise. So he pretended. He went to the emperor and praised great, excellent, extraordinary, he said. Then after him, many other people were appointed to go and check the prospects of the new cloth, to check the report, to find out the work. So everybody went there and everybody praised the work that was done by the weavers. Nobody saw the cloth. The looms were empty. They were rogues. They were cheaters. Right, looking at the foolishness of the emperor, they were cheating everybody. Now, nobody wants to lose their job. Nobody wants to be called themselves a fool. So, everybody started praising the cloth that was not there at all. Meanwhile, noblemen and ladies also went to see the weavers working. But to their utter surprise, nobody saw a cloth on the looms. But nobody disclosed the truth. Everybody kept their mouths shut. Now the emperor expressed his willingness to visit the splendid weavers himself. The emperor took with him several of his trustworthy counselors and some clever members of the court who were very wise. Now the emperor expressed his willingness. What is the meaning of willingness? Readiness. Willingness means what, sir? Readiness. So, the emperor expressed his readiness to go and see the cloth for himself. The emperor took with him several of his trustworthy. What is the meaning of trustworthy? People who are loyal, people on whom we can rely upon, people whom we can trust are called trustworthy people. So the emperor wanted to go and see the splendid, marvelous, excellent workmanship of the weavers by himself. Did he go alone? No, he hasn't gone alone. He took few of his counselors, ministers, and then he took few of his trustworthy people and he went to the weavers. The two rogues somehow came to know that the emperor was coming to inspect their work. They heard the approach of the emperor a long way off. Meanwhile, they took their positions at the loom, pretending to be busy weaving the wonderful cloth for the emperor. When the emperor arrived, they pretended to be so busy with their work that they took no notice of him. So, now the emperor has started to go to the work, to weavers. These two rogues, somehow they got the news that the emperor was coming. They came to know that the emperor was coming to inspect their work. So, from a long distance, you remember, sir? From a long distance, they have seen the emperor approach. Immediately, both of them went and sat at the loom and they started pretending as if they are working on the loom. Okay, they are so busy. The emperor arrived, but these two rogues, they were such good master actors that they were pretending to be working on the loom, so busy that they didn't even notice the emperor coming into the room. Okay, so they were still working on the looms. Soon, however, they got up from their empty looms and bowed to the emperor. The emperor was then taken aback when he looked attentively at the loom, which was empty. Is there something seriously wrong with my eyes? He thought. Tell us, please, Your Majesty, what do you think of the gorgeous cloth? Said one rogue. Now, emperor came. They pretended that they are very busy working on the loom. They did not notice the emperor. But after some time, oh, emperor has come. They left the looms and they went to the emperor and they bowed to the emperor. Now the emperor came and he keenly observed the looms. When he keenly observed the loom, he was taken aback. He was taken aback. What is the meaning of taken aback? Shocked. Taken aback means what, sir? He was shocked. Why was he shocked? He was shocked because he found the loom empty. No, is something wrong with my eyes? Why can't I see the loom? The emperor was thinking. Meanwhile, one of the rogues got up and asked, Your Highness, Your Majesty, what do you think of the gorgeous cloth? What is the meaning of gorgeous? Colorful, bright. Okay, bright and colorful are called gorgeous. What do you think about our gorgeous cloth? Said one of the rogues. The emperor was in a terrible fix. The emperor was in a terrible fix. Confusion. Fix means what? Confusion. The emperor was in a terrible, dangerous, dreadful fix. If he said that he could not see anything on the loom, the people might say that their emperor was not fit to rule over them. So he nodded in appreciation. Yes, yes, the cloth is quite superb. I'm happy with it. All other members of the emperor's party also agreed with the emperor. Yes, yes, very beautiful. They too, like the emperor, were afraid of speaking the truth. Now you know what is happening, sir. Everybody is not ready to speak the truth. The truth is, they find the looms empty. There's no cloth on the looms. There's nothing being weaved. But nobody is willing to tell that. Why? Because if they tell that, everybody will think that they are not wise. The emperor himself was not willing to tell the truth. Why? If he tells that he is not able to see the cloth, then all the people in the kingdom and in the empire may think that the emperor is not worthy to rule them. That is what he thought. And so simply what did he do, sir? He nodded his head. Nod means to shake head in agreement. He nodded his head and said, I'm happy with it. It's quite superb. Now the emperor came along with the counselors, along with the trustworthy people. All the people who were there in that party of the emperor, they also said the same. They also agreed with the emperor. Nobody told the truth because of the fear of losing their jobs. The weavers finally arrived at the appointed time with the new designer dress. The emperor greeted them with a smile. Two cheats pretended to be helping the emperor into his new robe, and the attendants of emperor cried, "Oh, how wonderful they are! Your Majesty, what perfect fitting! What colors!" So what happened, sir? Finally, the day has come. The day has come when the weavers are going to bring the new dress and give it to the emperor. So, emperor greeted the weavers with a smile. The weavers entered into the emperor's private room and they pretended as if they are helping the emperor to put on the robe. Robe means what? Dress, robe, attire. Okay, all these words are used to talk about dresses. Then the attendants in the emperor's palace, everybody was crying, speaking loud. "Oh, how wonderful they are! Your Majesty, what perfect fitting! What wonderful colors!" That's how the people were faking praises, dishonest praises. Nobody was able to see the cloth, but everybody was pretending. The emperor then sat before a huge mirror. He saw it very clearly that he had no clothes on his bare body. But how could he admit it? How could he agree to it? On the contrary, on the opposite, he said, "Yes, yes, they fit my body correctly." A grand procession was to start from the palace. The musicians and the trumpeters were all ready for the big event. The emperor, wearing his new dress, left the palace and came down on the streets. None of the spectators was bold enough to smile. Instead, some said, "How splendid our emperor appears today! What gorgeous robes! What colors!" What happened, sir? Finally, the day has come when the weavers brought that dress. Was there any dress? No. But they only pretended to put that dress on the emperor. Emperor also sat in front of the huge mirror and he saw his bare body, nude body, no clothes at all. But how can he admit it? How can he tell that there are no clothes? Because if he tells that he can't see any clothes, people will think he is not worthy. And everybody else is telling that, "Oh, what wonderful colors, how nice." Everybody is praising the colors, the quality of the clothes and the fitting of the clothes. then how can the emperor tell that he can't see the clothes? Everybody is thinking to themselves that everybody is able to see the clothes except themselves. The others are able to see because they are wise and worthy of high office, but I am unable to see. They thought that the problem is with them, but the fact is they are being cheated, right? So everybody knows the truth that there is no cloth, but nobody is dare enough to speak the truth. The procession began, the party began, the rally began, trumpets were being blown. Trumpet is a musical instrument, right? Steel musical instrument that is blown air into that, and yes, done like that. So trumpeters, musicians, the big event began, the procession began. The emperor was wearing his new dress, which means he was wearing nothing. Left the palace and came down to the streets. People in the streets, they were also not able to find the clothes. But what were they telling, sir? They too were pretending. How splendid emperor appears today. What gorgeous robes, what colors. Then a little boy cried out, small boy in the streets, cried out, shouted, "Look, father! Our mighty emperor is not wearing anything." What did that smart little boy say? "Look, father, our mighty." Mighty means strong. A person who has a lot of strength. Might means strength. So our mighty emperor is not wearing anything. The father tried to hush up. The father tried to hush up his son, but those around him were already beginning to smile and chuckle. Chuckle means like that, laugh with a small sound. Then there were peals of laughter. First, it started with a chuckle. The people around the boy, they started chuckling. But suddenly there was a peals of laughter. Peals of laughter means what, sir? Everybody started Everybody started laughing like that. That is called peals of laughter. So all the people started laughing at a time. Suddenly the emperor realized that what his people had said was true, and that he had been robbed and cheated by the two rogues. How ashamed he was at his foolishness and craze for new clothes. The emperor learnt a lesson and reformed his habits. Now the emperor understood. When there was peals of laughter in the crowd, the emperor realized that they were all telling the truth. There is no dress. The mighty emperor is not wearing a dress. He then realized that he was cheated by the two rogues. Now our emperor has learnt a lesson. What is that lesson? Not to be crazy about the clothes and not to get cheated by people. Finally, the emperor has changed his habits. Okay? So my dear students, this is how it is. Habits define our character. We are what we regularly do. If we keep doing something regularly, it becomes our habit, and our habits decide our character. So let us imbibe right habits in our life, unlike the emperor. I hope every one of you enjoyed the lesson, right? So that was a very interesting lesson, my dear children. Until we start our next lesson, please take very good care, right? Thank you so much. Love you all.